Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a two-page layout using the June collection from Felicity Jane. I was at a scrapbook retreat. You've probably heard me say that in every video recently, but I scrapbooked quite a bit and recorded them for you guys while I was there. So, that's why it kind of looks a little bit different, and I apologize if it is a little bit shaky. But while I was there, I kind of just took a bunch of Florida pictures and summer photos to use all my fun summer collections that I haven't touched yet. This being one of them. I loved that background paper with the stripes already on it. I did kind of want to add a little bit to it though. And so I cut a couple of the different papers into some smaller strips to use as layering pieces. And then I also have the tags, and I must have the journaling cards for this layout as well. So you can kind of see how I am setting it up. I then take the branding strip, maybe to just give it a little bit more, I guess. Maybe make it a little bit thicker. I don't remember what my reasoning was there, if I'm going to be completely honest. But I do have that journaling card that I will journal on to the left of the photo there. I had this scrap piece left over, I believe, or maybe I just used a strip of it. I'm not sure, but I did decide to kind of separate the two busier patterns, I guess, the wider patterns, and add this strip of teal down the middle, and at least make it look like it's down the middle. And then I'm going to have the photo kind of over top of it with the journaling card to the left. Then I'm going to use but another branding strip. That is one thing I like about Felicity Jane, is that their branding strips are different than the papers, but go so well. And so I use that to kind of close off the top of the layout a little bit, pop up my photo on some foam tape to give the layout a little bit of dimension, and then kind of go from there. I have the tag set from this collection as well. So I did pick out a couple that I thought I might want to use, and set those aside. Here is the ephemera pack with the collection. So I usually love everything in them. They do have a girl in every one of the ephemera packs, which I don't usually use. However, I am going to use it on this layout. I put that dark pink tag to the right of the photo, and then I'm going to kind of use that as a base for an embellishment cluster. I loved that "well, hello sunshine" phrase, and so that's kind of going to be my title there. And I just kind of play around with the different pieces of the ephemera pack. So I remembered that I saw on the Felicity Jane Instagram page that somebody had posted a tag that I had saved. I thought it was super cute. It was with a completely different collection, but thought I would kind of go off of that tag to make this one. So I am going to end up using the girl. Like I said, I don't usually use them. Sometimes if they really go with my layout. Kind of wish this one, I guess, was in a bathing suit. It probably would have gone a little bit more. But it is what it is. And really, I'm just almost copying the tag that I saw. And so I add a couple of the little flowers to the bottom and the top of this tag, then add some of the, I guess they're like epoxy dots maybe, that came with the collection as well, and adding those with some of the hearts around the page there. Another heart down on the bottom below the title. And I think that is just about going to finish off page 1. I do end up changing it a little bit. After I came home from Scrapbook weekend, I received my Scrap and Happy Studio epoxy dots and canvas flares, epoxy flares, I guess. and ordered them based on what collections I knew I was going to use. So I do change the tag a little bit because I do add an epoxy flare to that tag. There is a close-up at the end so you can see kind of how I switched a couple of the things around. So with page 2, I just kind of wanted to use like papers because unfortunately with Felicity Jane, you only get one piece of each paper. And a lot of times I love both the front and the back sides. And so I decided just to kind of make vertical strips of different sizes for page 2 with those 3, maybe 4, nope, just 3 papers. So you can see that the teal and that kind of white paper with the X's is the same paper. It's just the front and back. And I just love both of them. I just thought they were just perfect. So I kind of split the 2 larger strips of paper. I split it down the middle with a thinner strip of paper just to kind of break it up a little bit. And I love the way that that turned out. I have these 2 photos here that I'm going to use kind of covering up some of that white space there, but then decided I didn't like all of the white. So I decided to take out a couple of Distress Oxides. Speckled Egg is this one, and now I'm drawing a blank of what pink I absolutely love and use all the time. Well, I marked off where my photos were going to go, and then I kind of just blended outwards from there. And then I'm going to take the pink as well. And now I'm so Tattered Rose maybe is the color. I love these 2 together. And so I think that's what those 2 colors are, and just kind of blended them outwards and then placed my photos over top. I do end up double backing this photo here. And if you're unfamiliar, so Felicity Jane gives 2 sheets of solid colored paper, but they are different colors on each side, which is really nice. And each of the colors obviously goes with the collection. So I decided to use the yellow to bring in some of that since I have quite a bit of teal showing. I did double back that one and pop it up on some foam tape. I'm going to add the other tag I pulled out to the right hand side of my photos there and use that as a base for another embellishment cluster. There was this really cute black and white bathing suit, so I decided to use that and a ticket kind of, and then this little arrow I am going to pop up on some foam tape, probably more so because the bathing suit is a puffy sticker, and so that sticks up, and so I kind of had to fix that a little bit, add that. I then add more of those epoxy dots that came with the collection. There was this big floral piece that I kind of wanted to use but decide against it. There were these half circles then that I kind of am playing around with, trying to figure out how to use them or what to use in that top left for a cluster there. I do end up using those half circles. I went into my stash and found the same pink color that says Smile, and I'm going to end up using that, but I thought that was way too small to kind of leave by itself, and so I do end up adding more to it. Once again, kind of going into my stash. I had this happy puffy sticker here that is from a different Felicity Jane collection. So for the most part, when I went into my stash, I used everything Felicity Jane. So I do add that to the top there, and then again some of those epoxy dots and a heart, kind of just to keep it the same in each of my clusters with the hearts and the dots. I did switch the 2 half circles around just so I felt like the happy showed up better on the dark one. And then I am going to end up using that Smile that I found in my stash and just kind of put it below it on the photo. I used what I had left of the branding strip here and kind of made it into, I guess what I would have used twine. These tags though had kind of the longer hole in them, not just a round circle. And so I ended up using paper, the branding strip from there. I thought it worked out really nice and kind of just taped it down so it's not going to move all over the place. I really wanted to use those sunglasses, but just did not find a place that I thought they fit. But here is the close-ups. I did add another strip of paper to this tag as well, and then that canvas flare on that page. I did then move the flower to the bottom little cluster there, but that is going to finish off this layout. Again, this is the June collection from Felicity Jane. This is an older collection, so I'm not sure if it is still available, but it's worth the look if you liked what you saw. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.